The IRA was brimful of confidence. The next target was the picturesque village of Loughgall, but this time British intelligence knew. The information came from a listening device, debt surveillance, and, we understand, a special branch informer within the IRA unit. 7 SAS troopers and 3 special branch officers acted as decoys.
Well, I volunteered to go into Loughgall station. They asked for volunteers from our unit to go into the station for a period of time. And I said, yes, I would. We went in on the night, the Thursday evening, just as darkness approached. We entered the station along with our army colleagues.
The SAS?
The SAS, yes. And we set up base at the station, got ourselves settled, and then waited out for further instructions.
And what did you see?
I saw the van, we saw the JCB, and initially we thought it was a van stuck behind a slow-moving vehicle.
Loughgall was a carbon copy of the Birches, a bomb in the bucket of a JCB. Its job was to smash through the station's flimsy defence. What goes through your mind when you see this JCB coming towards you?
Bomb. I just thought of the Birches again, Ballygolly, and I was sitting right outside the window of the police station. I heard gunfire. I took cover. Then within seconds, a massive explosion. I found myself buried at the corner of the station, in rubble, inhaling dust and in darkness.
Did you think you were going to survive?
No. At that stage, I thought, I'm dead. Simple as that. I thought I was dead.
And what's going through your head as you're listening to all this gunfire?
For me and my partner, we were just very quiet. We were just wondering what had happened, who had been killed, if we'd lost friends.
Outside, the SAS were lying in wait, heavily outnumbering and outgunning the IRA's 8 men. The SAS fired over 200 shots. One of them killed the special branch informer who was part of the unit. The van was riddled like a sieve. And there were 8 dead IRA men.
That's correct. It's a tragedy, but rather than 3 dead policemen, I think it's a better option.
And when you heard that there were 8 IRA men dead?
I think that we could say that we were jubilant again. I was amazed that 8 had actually been killed. But yeah, we were happy. We thought it was a job well done.
My personal first reaction was really one of some satisfaction that we had won one, as it were, in this continual conflict, that it was a victory for the forces of law and order.
What message did Loughgall and similar incidents send to the IRA?
I hope it sent a message that the British government was resolute and was going to fight them.
It was the IRA's biggest loss in modern times. Among the dead were some of its most experienced and ruthless men. Republicans accused the Brits of murder, claiming the IRA unit need not have been mowed down in cold blood.
Why wasn't the IRA unit intercepted?
Well, my understanding is that the intelligence was not precise enough for people to know where these people were coming from, precisely who they were, and exactly when the attack would take place. And as it happened, the events unfolded with such rapidity, it clearly wasn't possible to intercept them before they embarked upon their attack.
Why weren't they arrested?
Well, again, these are people who attacked with such ferocity. They demolished a police station. They opened fire with a whole variety of weapons. So clearly it wasn't possible to arrest them in those circumstances through the circumstances that they had brought about.
A few hundred yards from the police station, there was a white car. 2 brothers were inside. They were innocent civilians caught up in the IRA attack and SAS ambush. How many times were you hit?
12 times to the back and a couple of times in the head.
In the head?
Uh-huh.
Whereabouts in the head?
The left-hand side of it, on the back.
His brother Anthony was killed outright. The SAS fired 40 shots into the car. Do you remember your brother saying anything?
Well, he gave a bit of a shout, Oliver, help me. Those are the last few words he said.
Well, this is an absolutely unspeakable tragedy. But I have no doubt that that was brought about by a gang of people determined to engage in murder, determined to carry out a gun attack and a bomb attack.
The SAS did the shooting, not the IRA. They killed Anthony Hughes.
This is an absolutely unspeakable tragedy, and there's no words that can dilute that. But I have no doubt where the responsibility and where the blame lies.
The SAS thought it was an IRA car. It wasn't. The brothers were just returning home from work. When you look back on what happened, how do you think of that night?
Well, I think it was very unjust because they could have had a checkpoint and stopped us from going into that area. Told us the danger about to take place.
But there was no checkpoint.
No.
I don't know how that would have been possible because the time scale wasn't known. I don't know how you could have brought the village life to a stop, not having detailed information at disposal.
But wasn't the real reason why there was no cordon around the village is that a cordon would have alerted the IRA to the fact that something was afoot, that their plans were known?
I'm certain that that isn't the case. I'm certain that had intelligence, had information been precise, then the planning could have been much more precise.
Did anybody ever say sorry?
No.
Ministry of Defence?
No.
SAS?
No.
British Army?
No.
RUC?
No.
No apology?
No. No apology.